Real music exclusive.
I grew up like a savage.
Like, if you really wanna do some shit, bro, you gotta just go, put your all into that shit. You never know when it's gonna happen.
You never know. You gotta just keep going,
like,
man.
a lot of shit make people seem like they was way greater than what they was once it becomes something. But before it became what it was, they was just another nigga trying to do something.
And you could have gave up a long time ago and been tired of that shit.
Exactly. And it would have never been an SOB RBE.
It would have never been. We don't know what everybody else's fate would have been. But I wanted to say this too about you guys, that those beats on the first project was YouTube beats.
YouTube beats, yeah.
And the reason I want to say that is because even now the producers on YouTube make it so simple of like, and in some cases affordable, right? Mm-hmm. Somebody might lease you a beat or somebody might outright sell you a beat, which now makes you the producer, right? Mm-hmm. But people act like it's something wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? And it's actually not. It may be like, okay, you rap over somebody beat, but when you start making money, of course you got to do the business. But just if you could speak real quick, how that just benefited y'all instead of...
Yeah, for sure. Like, like I said, that's another thing, because back in my day, you didn't have that. So, nigga, I was rapping on instrumentals. It was like a real mixtape era. So you just rapping on other niggas' beats, like, feel me? But that made it to where you could really create your own album, because you could get original beats right here. But like, I say that shit was definitely big and it worked for us. But yeah, like on the business end though, like
it get tricky.
Like,
so just handle it in the beginning would be best if you can.
So now what I would learn now is to just like you said, lease it, do something like that. Cause at our time, nigga, we didn't think none of that shit. We didn't know what that shit was gonna, like Anti. We didn't know Anti was gonna become a platinum song.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So due to the fact that we didn't know that Anti was gonna be a platinum song and we didn't handle business like we were supposed to, that's the reason why Anti wasn't on Black Panther and it ended up being Sleepwalking.
Right. I did know that.
Because it was supposed to be Anti, but the producer wouldn't clear this shit and start saying they want 20,000 and all this shit. Because the producer was cool, but it's like his manager was on some high power shit.
Right.
Like, nah, we want 20,000.
Right.
So by the time we tried to figure it out and get the nigga to 20,000. It was already too late. We missed the opportunity, so they had to end up going with Sleepwalking instead of Anti.
And let's just keep it real. He missed the opportunity too.
Yeah, he missed the opportunity too. But if we would have had that business handled like from the beginning, nigga, Anti would probably be
that should be triple for
triple
sure.
Platinum. Right
That's
now.
it for sure. It'll be triple. Who is Aramani? Is that somebody?
That's my girl.
That's your girl?
Yeah.
Okay. It just kept coming up in your story. And Kiing Rod.
Yeah.
Was he ever a part of the crew?
Yeah, so Kiing Rod, it's crazy that you say that because I seen that shit too. Everybody kept saying, oh, we want to know the story of Kiing Rod. So Kiing Rod, like, I ain't gonna lie, he was like, he was a part of the foundation, bro. Like I could contribute it to me and the boy, but it was me, the boy, and Kiing Rod. Like,
okay.
Who built the vision of SOB RBE.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, cause the boy was living in Benicia at the time. Kiing Rod had the whip. The boy had a whip too, but Kiing Rod, mama, I think, or somehow he had the plug at Volkswagen. So his cars was better than our shit.
Okay.
So we used to be able to get everywhere in his shit.
In his shit, yeah.
You feel me? So nigga, I used to go to Benicia. It used to be me and Kiing Rod. We used to sleep on the boy floor. You feel me? We used to sleep on his floor, bro, every night. Like, it just be me and Kiing Rod sleeping on the floor. Nigga getting 4 for 4s, just struggling together. Like, and we land and we just in a room, nigga, coming up with all these visions and shit that we want to do. You feel me? When we first started, that's why we had the SOBRB, we had the clothing and shit. Kiing Rod was doing all the clothing and shit at first. Okay. So that was what his thing was.
Okay.
Because basically, when we first started, like, we was the only ones investing in money into this shit. So it was me, the boy, and Kiing Rod. Like, we was really, like, going overboard, like, with the putting all our money buying merch and doing all this shit, like, putting in for that shit. We had Kiing Rod was the one doing the merch at the time, like when Stretch and them met us and shit, we already had that shit going. He was controlling that, you feel me? So like we really built the vision for that shit, you feel me? Like I ended up locking in with the boy. We ended up locking in on some music shit. He ended up introducing me to Rod. I think he met him going to Benicia High. And then it used to just be us three, bro, and the nigga Rod Volkswagen, bro. Like
That's
everything that I think about, like that we planned, that we wanted to do, that's where it came from, bro. Just laying right there. We used to be sleeping on that nigga floor every night, just on some, bro, we gonna do this, we gonna do that. You feel me? Like everything, bro. Everything that we manifested came from those moments, you feel me?
How was that first, like, you know, I know they Stretch and Handy pulled up on y'all at the video shoot, but how was the first meeting? Like, what was that, Applebee's?
It was Applebee's. I think Stretch ended up telling me. I think it was just him and Kurt. I guess Kilo, Lil Kilo. I guess he just said it was just them two. I don't think Hanny was there, but to be honest, I really can't tell you specifically what we talked about. I don't remember really, honestly, but I know, but like in that vein, what did you mean by that? Because I can still answer it, but just it probably won't be that moment.
Like, was you feeling it?
But
basically?
it'll probably be a different moment.
Like, when not necessarily at dinner, but as the talks kept going,
like when they came into play.
Was you feeling it? Because I know Slimmy B uncle or something.
Yeah. So
was his uncle from Oakland?
Yeah.
Yeah. Slimmy B uncle had like 80 racks for y'all or something, and so
he was from Oakland too.
But how was that in that? Because y'all young. Like, how's that decision making process? And like I heard you speak on, Thizz didn't have the best reputation as far as artists.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's how it went. So basically, first they took Big Kilo, Little Kilo. They took us to Walnut Creek. They had us draw up some paperwork with some lawyer. But my grandma, like, from the very beginning day that I was going to meet Lil Kilo and S, I told my grandma she didn't want me to do it.
Okay.
She like, fuck no, don't do it.
Okay.
Like,
grandma was on
she
top
like,
of it.
no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But I'm like, at this time, I'm on some shit. Like I told you, I already got it in my mind. Like, nigga, I'm finna figure this shit out. So I'm just like, fuck it. I feel like it's an opportunity. I'm gonna do it anyway. You feel me? So we end up going that. But I told her, like, man, we finna go. We supposed to be meeting with someone on that creek. She said, I told you, don't go messing with them. But you did anyway. That's cool. But she like, if you come back here and tell me you signed something, she like, nigga, whatever you do, you better not sign nothing. Like, that's what she telling me. Like, nigga, you better not sign nothing. So when we did it, I was the only one that didn't want to sign it. Feel me? I'm the only one that didn't sign it. So since I didn't sign it, it didn't mean nothing. That paperwork didn't mean nothing.
It wasn't no good for you.
It was no good. So what ended up happening later on is we ended up meeting Stretch and Hanny. Kilo introduced us into Stretch and Hanny, you feel me? And once we met him, once we met them, Stretch was basically telling us like how to do everything. So that could have been what that meeting was about. So he was basically teaching us like, all right, boom, because Stretch was never on nothing.
Okay.
Like, he was never took no part in nothing, nothing. He just was on the business manager side. That's it. The actual corporation ourselves was all us. He had nothing to do with that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But he was just telling us how to do it. Like, man, do this, get the corporate, woo, woo. He was just putting us on game on how to do everything. And then Hanny had the money to invest in us. You feel me? So that's how he became a part of the label.
Okay.
Because he brought the money to the table.
The money to the table.
So,
okay.
And then he just was a part of the everyday basis of everything. So like once they came, it was really pretty much just me and Hanny. Like when it comes to the business shit.
Okay. Damn, that's crazy, man. And that's crazy that you knew to be business minded like that too. Y'all first big show together, is that the Petaluma show?
Yeah.
Where it was Neff's show, right?
Yeah.
Was On BPZ there?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't know. I don't know. I do know OMB Peasy was around at that time, though. But I don't know if he was there.
Shout out to Kiing too. And that's one thing that I always hear about y'all, you know, just from everybody. And Coast, you know, I book shows for everybody. He just saying like these niggas was just like, it was like they was like when Michael Jackson hit or something. It was like he said like when I opened up the Ticketmaster shit for the tickets sold, it was like it was just out of control. He was like, I never seen no shit like that. Like these niggas sold out in like 5 minutes. Like literally, he like nigga 10 o'clock, 10:05, it was over with. Like he was like these niggas was the hottest shit like that I've ever seen in the Bay. You know what I'm saying? Period. Like nigga, the hottest shit in California, really, man. Just to keep it real with you. And I believe at the same time, like was Shoreline Mafia popping off?
I didn't know. I personally never found out about Shoreline Mafia until later.
Okay.
I didn't know about Shoreline Mafia until like 2000 and maybe 18 or 19. But in 2016 and 17, I don't think I knew who Shoreline Mafia was. Not saying that they wasn't doing what they was doing.
Yeah,
I just
didn't know who they was.
Yeah. But later on though, we definitely locked in. Yeah, for sure.
If we could clear this up too, because I think I talked about it with the boy a little bit, but something that I was talking about earlier with my partner is that he said, man, to me it seems like T.O. got the blame for keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Like basically like he stood on everything he believed in, and it made him seem like he was the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just thinking about specific incidents, but did you guys in the Trill Youngins start off as friends? Like was y'all cool? Not friends, I won't say.
So
was it ever cordial?
So this how this situation happened. And you feel me? This ain't to say nothing or start no shit with them niggas or nothing. I'm just telling you how it went. You feel me? So basically, like, I met the nigga Capolo. At this time, we did No Love.
Okay.
So the Boii and them, they was fucking with Clyde the Mac, Clyde the Mac nigga or whatever. So he had asked me like, man, could you do this hook on that song for us? You feel me? Because I didn't know that Clyde the Mac or none of them niggas. You feel me? That was they mans. Shout out to Mike Sherm too. So he knew them. That's why like in the beginning, like no End Zone and shit, they was at our video shoots and all that. You feel me? They was locked in heavy with the boy. So we shot that video. I guess I think I seen a nigga. I think I met the nigga Capolo there. Then I had ended up hitting him on some, like, I had the song again. Remember I told you I had the song again. I hit him. I'm like, man, I got this song again. I'm like, man, it'd be dope if you get on the remix. Feel me? So boom. I sent him the song. He got on the remix. But by this time, I was trying to by this time, like I told you, when I did that song, that was like 2015. So the song kind of old, but I was thinking on some like maybe I could revamp it and bring it out type shit. But it just got lost in the archives.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like nigga, I don't know. The shit just never came out type shit. This is like 2016. I don't know when that came out. Dissing niggas or whatever. I don't know what year that was, but maybe a year or two later. Out of nowhere, they was just dissing niggas. You feel me? So, and this kind of go into also it kind of got took out of context. Like if you watch the full interview, it's not out of context, but the clip got took out of context. This is kind of where that bag dropped the ball type of shit, what I'm saying come from, because like, all right, boom. Once we got to a certain level, people who I guess maybe thought that they should be able to touch us, couldn't touch us no more, and it became a problem. So now we hate you because we want access to you and we can't get it. You get what I'm saying? So from my standpoint, that's what I know of it. I don't know like when it comes to them and what they got going on or what happened with them, I don't know. But for me, that's all it was. I just randomly seen these niggas dissing. Right? And it's around the same time like the shit happened with the backdoor shit with Kiing Rod ended up happening, all this type of shit. So at this time, it's like, I'm taking it as y'all trying to ruin what we built some shit that I've been working for. Like, you get what I'm, so a lot of people don't get my anger when it be like, this nigga crazy, what this nigga on drugs or something.
Right.
Nah, bro, it's like, nigga, I watched my grandpa die when I was 6 years old, my nigga. I've been nigga, had my family on my back before I could do anything, nigga.
Right.
And I did it, and now you niggas trying to take it. Nigga, I'm not playing. Like,
Right,
you get what I'm saying?
right.
I'm not, like, nigga, my uncle did, my cousin did. I'm the last one standing in my family line that could
crazy.
do anything. If anything happened to me, God forbid, nigga, it's over for my whole family
Right,
line. You get what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
So, nigga, I'm not playing with this shit. Like, y'all niggas, this shit music for y'all. That's my life. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all doing it, like, I live this shit. Like, you know? So, anybody that ever came at me or came at us, nigga, I'm taking it personal. Like, everybody else might not care because this music shit don't mean nothing to them. It's just, nigga, shit, I'm just getting money out this shit. I don't care. I don't take it serious. Nigga, I take it serious, nigga.
Yeah.
I've been working my whole life for this shit, bro. So you niggas not finna come in here and take nothing from me. You get what I'm saying? So that was where my passion was at with it. That's why I was so aggressive, you feel me? And anytime anybody ever said something, I'm quick to say something back. You get what I'm saying? And I still got a street mentality.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So
right.
I'm not knowing, like, bro, this the music industry, whoop whoop. Like, you need to do this or do that, or you know what I mean? I'm just like, nigga, I could have been doing anything that day. I could have been going through anything.
Right.
I see some shit, nigga, I'm tripping. And it's like, nigga, all people see is this nigga on here tripping.
What's wrong with this nigga?
What's wrong with this nigga?
Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying? But it's like, nigga, you don't know what the fuck I had going on. You niggas playing with me. So you can't get, like, if a nigga bump you and you shoot a nigga.
Right.
You can't get mad that a nigga shot you for bumping. You can't
yeah.
say what a nigga,
Right.
you can't judge what warrant the reaction.
Yeah, the reaction is the
Yeah,
reaction.
the reaction
You
is the
started it off.
reaction. Whatever you do, you can't say, oh, well, you took it too far because you did that. No, nigga, you should have never did nothing.
Yeah.
Should have never even played in the first place. You get what I'm saying? So, boom, that shit ends up happening, whatever. We end up getting into it and all the shit. But what ended up happening is, I guess, basically, like, somehow, some way, it's like, I guess, I don't know, maybe they talked, whatever happened. You get what I'm saying? So I was left to look like the one, because it's like,
Right.
nigga, I'm like you said, I'm the one tripping, I'm the one standing on
But
what
you
I'm
actually
saying.
was protecting everything you worked for.
You get what I'm saying? So that kind of goes in, and not even on some disrespectful shit, but that also goes into, like, the live shit when I said, you niggas got me out here by myself.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's like, and it ain't, you feel me? But nigga, he called me. The nigga, he called me, like, this at the time where we cool. It's like 2020. He called me like, man, yeah, I just bumped into the nigga Polo. Whoop, whoop. We shook hands. We good, man. It's just pretty much you. You the only one got an issue with him now.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
like, nigga,
yeah.
I'm the only one with an issue with him. This nigga came at us. So
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I tell him, like, man, this finna turn into some Tupac and Snoop Dogg shit. I can see it already. I'm like, man, I'm not even tripping, bro. It's good. Don't even worry about it. Like, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But it ain't gotta come between us. You feel me? I get where you coming from. You get what I'm saying? I left it at that. We was still cool. We ended up dropping the Demon and Mufasa, all the shit. But it was just little shit that I let go over time. That, nigga, when I got mad and, like I said, nigga smoking, nigga got high or didn't expect it, and
Right.
nigga just lost
Right.
control of that shit. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? So years of all this shit and nigga giving it pass end up coming out, and it just sound crazy because, like, nigga, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? But you
Like,
saying everything at
But
once.
I'm saying everything at once. So and I'm mad and I'm just yelling and shit. So it's like it's just coming all out.
But the way you
the
talking
wrong
right
way.
now, all this shit make hella sense. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I didn't understand what was going on either, but the way you talking now, it makes so much sense, like, when you explain it. But this is the reason what I feel like what you doing right now, right? Even in talking about it, what you've been doing lately, talking about it in a mature light, it allows somebody else, right, that may be younger than you, maybe older than you,
Right.
to really express real feelings instead of everybody trying to be too cool all the time.
Right.
And I'm not saying nobody should have a rant or nothing, but you started off this interview talking about anxieties. niggas be too cool to talk about what's real in their
Right.
real life.
And I feel like that's another thing that get kind of took out of context and where people don't get where I'm coming from, because like I said, bro, I didn't come into this shit to be the toughest nigga. I came in this shit since a little kid wanting to be a real nigga. You get what I'm saying? So what's real is how I feel, what's going on. Not to mention a nigga raised by women. So, you know, a nigga might be a little emotional.
Right.
More than maybe a man's supposed to. But
Right.
nigga, I don't know what a man
Yeah,
supposed
you
to be
just
like.
doing
Nigga, I'm
how you-
raised by women. So nigga, to me, I am a man. That's what a man feel like. You
The
get what I'm
funny
saying?
thing about it
I had
is-
to get older to learn like, nigga, your reactions is kind of emotional.
Yeah.
Nigga,
yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
young nigga. I'm tripping.
Yeah.
Nigga, you get
Yeah.
what I'm saying? To me, it's nigga. What's more manly than tripping?
Right,
You get what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
That's how I'm
right,
looking at it. But I had to
right.
grow older to understand, understanding. Like, you know what I mean?
That make a lot of-
having a conversation. and
that
shit.
make
like,
a
back
lot
in
of
the day, nigga,
sense.
I don't want to have a conversation. If it's up, it's up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I feel like a lot of that shit get taken out of context because I never wanted to have an image. I didn't come into this shit on some image shit. Like I said, back in the day when I was into this shit, it was about being authentic, being your true self, being real. That's why, like you said, nigga, I'm writing about PlayStation, I'm writing about basketball, I'm being real. You get what I'm saying?
It's really what's going
This
on.
what I'm doing, this what's going on. So I didn't learn later until I got in the industry that nigga, this shit was all fake. That it's all a facade, it's all imagery, it's all this. So I'm saying gangster shit, I'm portraying a gangster image, right? Motherfuckers expect me to be a gangster nigga at all times. But because they see me say some gangster shit or do some gangster shit or woo woo, now nigga, you better be that at all times.
You don't never get to be regular though.
Yeah,
you don't
but-
ever just get to be a person.
But that's that's a fake nigga though.
Yeah, facts.
And that's my message to the people and to the kids, because a lot of time my shit get misconstrued too. Like when people hear me say something, they always think I'm on some, oh, this nigga did it. Nah, bro. My shit is a message, bro. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking. If you don't get it, I ain't talking to you. I'm not
Right.
talking to these grown motherfuckers that's already stuck in their ways. I'm trying to tell the young niggas, this ain't it. This ain't the route. Don't do this. Don't do that. This ain't it. Like, y'all could look at it like, oh, nigga, you weak, you woo,
Right,
woo,
right.
blah. But nigga, I know it's a lot of young niggas out there that's going through the same shit that I'm going through, and that's going through this shit, and you can't say a nigga weak or woo
Hell
because he
no.
got anxiety or he got depression or he
He a
it's
real nigga
shit.
for even acknowledging it. Nigga, he a real nigga. Because how would you be, you a fake nigga? Let's just say, you ain't even dealing with that or acknowledging it, right? And now you got all this weird shit bottled up inside. And you get to a point where you make a decision, and sometimes we be putting shit in the gangster shit category, and sometimes shit be sucker shit, right? Every time you bust at something, it ain't no gangster shit. Every time you get on something, it ain't no. Sometimes it's some shit that didn't need to happen. Sometimes it's some shit that need to be more well thought out. A lot of times the victims be the person that ain't got nothing to do with it. And we didn't seen that. You done seen it firsthand, like crazy. Some of the craziest shit. So it's like, man, I don't nobody, that shit getting old. That message is getting old anyway.
Right,
You know
and
what I
that's
mean?
and that's my thing, bro. And if a lot of niggas understand that, you will have less of them type of situations, because you will have a nigga that'll be able to express himself in another way and won't feel less of a man. A lot of
Right.
niggas go through shit, but they can't express it, so they rather get on a nigga. Man, fuck that shit, bro. I'm finna just get on this nigga.
That's a fact.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
That's a
Or a
fact.
nigga might be going through something with his BM or something, can't see his kid or something, and the nigga don't know how to, man, I can't see my kid, I'm hurting, whoop, whoop. Instead, it's just like, nigga, you just stepped on my shoe, blow a nigga shit out. But really, it ain't even about the nigga that just
Nah,
stepped
it's
on your
about
shoe.
the other shit.
You really sick because, nigga, you can't see your kid, your
Yep,
baby mama on some
yep,
other shit, nigga,
yep.
and now you just like, man,
I
I'm
say
finna
that
blow
every
this
day.
nigga
It's
shit
somebody that get up every day, they kill somebody that is they mad at their baby mama. I say that all the time.
out. Anything.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's what I be trying to tell people, bro. It ain't always about the reaction. It's sometimes, nigga, you don't know about what the person did to get the reaction. That could have just been the last straw for that nigga,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That
Nigga could have let
wrong
10
time.
niggas step on his shoe, and he said, bro, the 11th nigga.
Yeah, yeah, that's
That's
a
it.
fact.
They all blue.
They all blue.
I'm just trying to stay racked up like you.
Put an 8 in a 1 and do magic. Tryna stretch hair on like elastic. Eco-friendly drug dealer, I don't waste no plastic. Use all 4 corners of that baggie. All I ever wanted was a bankroll. So I pull up on Champ before the bank close. Say no to stank hoes and stank clothes. No paramedic pimpin', nigga, we don't save hoes. Yeah, rest in peace to Lil